Video games aren't perfect. There's stuff in them that you're gonna find that wasn't supposed to be there. Or maybe it was supposed to be something else, or whatever. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on gameranx 10 dumb mistakes discovered by gamers. Now, before getting into this one, I kind of want to let everybody know this isn't the first time we talked about mistakes in games. There's 2 other videos we've done on this. I mean, at minimum, there might even be more. I don't know. We've done these for a long time. So if it seems like we missed something in this one, maybe go check those out. You'd think we'd be running out of material by now, but no. Seems like as long as people are making games, mistakes are going to get made. So we'll be there to nitpick them. Without any further ado, let's get started with number 10. In Grand Theft Auto Vice City, there's this magic shootist. And I think this is a good place to start because we're not necessarily talking about glitches or bugs when we say mistakes. We're talking about little odd mess-ups and literal mistakes, continuity errors, placeholder stuff left in the game by mistake, things like that. Sometimes there's going to be crossover with regular old glitches, but this is one of those you know what when you see it type situations. So check out this cutscene in Vice City. During the mission, The Shootist, the one where you go to the shooting range, look closely at the moment where Phil gives Tommy his gun.
Trying to be funny, kid? Let's shoot!
Something look off to you? Like how Tommy suddenly has the power of telekinesis and the gun is floating there like a foot away from his hand? That ain't right. It's one of those mistakes you really just can't unsee once you've seen it. I didn't even notice it the first time I played this game. I mean, granted, that was a long time ago and it was on the PS2, I think. But as soon as I noticed it, I was unable to ever not see it. As far as I could tell, too, it's never been fixed, at least not in the original version of the game. It's also not even the only error. In the cutscene, they clearly have Desert Eagles, but then in the mission, you have a regular pistol. As far as errors go, it's not terrible or anything, but compared to the usual attention to detail in GTA cutscenes, it really stands out. Frankly, it's amazing that the game isn't full of errors like this. I mean, they put it out a year after GTA 3. A few dumb errors are understandable, but this is like one of the few. Moving on to number 9, it's the floating statue in Bloodborne. Dark Souls has this majestic and mysterious sky door, but Bloodborne has its own floating architecture. Near the entrance to Old Yarnum, if you look up, there's this statue floating in the sky. It's just sitting there, somehow even more obvious than the sky door, and just as out of place. I'm sure somebody's tried to justify the existence of this statue, but it's clearly just an asset they left in the game by mistake. There's at least one mystery around this thing uncovered by Lance McDonald. It's actually 4 statues stacked on top of each other. The lore implications, of course, are endless. While we're here, we might as well hit on another fairly infamous mistake, the Friendly Crow. In Henwick, there's this shortcut elevator that has a whole lot of crows that attack you if you get close. They're pretty standard enemies at this point, so most folks just gonna cut them down and move on. There's a lot of them. You don't really think about it. But if you take it slow and let the crows follow you, you're gonna find... Hey, there's this one crow that doesn't want to attack. It's probably just an oversight because it serves no purpose whatsoever, but here it is. That one friendly crow in the game. Is it Snuggly, the crow trader from Dark Souls? Is he reincarnated here? Sure, why not? Keep telling yourself that. And number 8 is Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. I need a real icon here. The original Kingdoms of Amalur was kind of a buggy game to start with, and the remaster actually made things worse. Among the many issues the game had, easily the funniest was when you find this item called the Royal Kerchief, or Kerchief, I don't know how you say that word. Every item in this game has some kind of inventory artwork, but this there's a mistake somewhere here, because at least at release, all you got when you picked up this item was a pink box that said, "I need a real icon," written in bold black letters on it. Obviously, it's meant to be a placeholder. The pink box really makes it stand out and hopefully make it more obvious at a glance that this is a mistake that needs to be corrected, but it looks like it got left in. It's almost certain that a tester caught it pre-release and sent out a bug report, but just from looking at the state of the game it was back when it came out, they're probably just too busy trying to squash the major bugs. Stuff like this can probably wait for later. They might have actually fixed it, as far as I know, but with the magic of the internet, this mistake is forever immortalized in screenshot form. And number 7 is the Silent Hill 2 HD Collection's Edge of the World. It's not a well-received collection, and for good reason. There's a lot of stuff to complain about here, and even as far as late-stage Konami goes, it's pretty half-assed. But the easiest thing to point out is the lack of fog. In the original games, especially Silent Hill 2, the fog was thick, like you could barely see a few feet in front of you. And at any given point, this gave the game an oppressive tone. Like it felt almost claustrophobic, despite the fact you were in open spaces. With the HD collection, that's all gone now, and your range of vision was way better than it ever was before when you're outside. And wow, does it damage the atmosphere of this game. That's not even really the mistake in question, though. It's just a big reason why the mistake exists. See, when you get to the part where you first meet Maria on the docks in the original game, looks fine. But in the HD collection, the missing fog layer means you can literally see where the terrain ends.
She said she was waiting in our special place.
And that's here? Anyway, I haven't seen her.
There's no lake here. It's just a box that goes a few yards out from the dock, and there you see the line where everything just stops. Of course, in the original, the fog was so thick you couldn't even come close to seeing what was out there, but here it's clear as day. Most of games try to hide the seams of the world, but not Silent Hill 2 HD. They clearly just didn't care. And number 6, this is from Crash Team Racing. An infamous one, actually. In this game, there's a joke character called Penta Penguin, which you can unlock with a cheat code. It's just a generic penguin from Crash 2, but with juiced up stats and actually one of the best racers in the whole game. I'm going off the wiki here, but apparently this guy was added very late in development, and it shows. He's got a lot of weird glitchy behavior in the US version, and some of the dialogue was apparently unfinished because while you're driving around, sometimes you hear him say, "Penguin Yay 1.
Penguin Yay 1? Penguin Yay 1?
Or Penguin Yay 2 in a voice that's clearly not his. It's actually programmer Gavin James, who has placeholder lines that got into the game somehow. They actually fixed it in the PAL and Japanese versions of the game, but hey, guess where most people played it? The United States. And in the United States release, we got to bask in this mistake in all of its glory. The Crash Team Racing remake brought this guy back using the same code and even references the messed up lines by having the penguin say the same lines, but they're now actually performed by the voice actor. It's commitment to the bit. Commendable, to say the least. At number 5 is Final Fantasy VII's glove glitch thing. Is it a glitch? I guess it's a cinematic, so it's not really a glitch, but it's weird. So Aerith, as she was known back then, or Aerith, the official name now, doesn't really matter. We're talking about Sephiroth's gloves, or lack thereof, briefly. So old S-Man stabs her with the big old sword and kills her, Heartbreaking, emotional moment, massive thing, seared in the memories of many a gamer. But look at his hands. While he's falling with that sword and heading straight for her torso with it, he's not wearing gloves. We get a long, lingering close-up of them gloveless hands, and he stabs her. And what's this? Oh, hey, there's gloves. Are these gloves magic? Yeah, it's just a continuity error. I get it. It's not a big deal. But it happens at a really, really pivotal moment of the game. Hell, of video games in general. And I'm sorry, it's a shame about Aerith or whatever, but at this point in my life, that's what I watch. I gotta watch the gloves. And number 4 is Marvel's Avengers Agreeable Grunt. This is the problem with modern games. People find these hilarious errors left in the game. Then instead of rolling with it, the devs patch it out like cowards. Listen, the only reason this is funny is because of the wording. In the lamentable Avengers game, back when it first came out, there was a chance that instead of getting a normal voice line from the Jolly Green Giant, you would hear a text-to-speech voice saying, "Agreeable Grunt." Like literally saying the words, "Agreeable Grunt," which sounds especially ridiculous coming from the Hulk.
Doing okay, Hulk?
Agreeable Grunt.
I know, audio engineering is hard. It's a thankless job that only ever gets noticed when you screw it up. I guess also when the direct deposit drops, but I just don't know that I should be that mean about it. It's just so jarring and bizarre. I think they should have left it in the game. At least then we have something to chuckle about once in a while. This game really doesn't have any personality or a lot of interesting stuff going on in it. And yeah, that was, in my opinion, positive for it, which doesn't say anything good about Marvel's Avengers. And number 3 is Mass Effect Andromeda with Pee-wee's backward gun. One example of a mistake that's been recommended we cover is one of the ships in the background on a mission in Mass Effect 3 that is shooting backwards. And yeah, it's facing the wrong direction, but this is space we're talking about, so there's some plausible deniability here. Gonna give it a pass, because there's actually a much worse screw-up in the Mass Effect games. Listen, it's right there in the title, all right? There's a scene early in Andromeda where you meet PB, and she's holding her gun backwards. It's only on screen for a second, but if you stop the footage, it's pretty clear. It's obviously the back of the gun, no barrel, and nothing to even shoot from. The scene appeared in pre-release footage, and people tore it to shreds online. But some folks try to justify the scene saying they were just handing the gun over. But if you watch the actual scene, no. They fire the gun. There is a muzzle flash and everything, which means they just shot themselves. Oops. Like the Avengers, it was patched out, but it's not because it only showed up in the pre-release footage. The scene was in the final game, completely unchanged, at least on day one. It wasn't until later they actually went and fixed it. There's so many examples of ways Andromeda was rushed out the door unfinished, and this is one more to add to the pile. How they missed this, the gun is backwards, and people went off about it online with pre-release stuff. Like, how do you not do anything about that? And number 2 is Ace Combat 7's most powerful dog. This game has a ton of lovingly rendered aircraft, right? No shortage of that. But apparently these designers and artists' Achilles heel is the humble golden retriever. So this isn't really a mistake, but it's bizarre and funny enough that I really can't help but include it here. If you ever notice that there's something off about the dog in the cutscene before Mission 6, seriously, take a close look at this thing. It's pretty obvious. It's not a dog. It's a cardboard cutout of a dog. Yeah, it's that, yup. Instead of taking what would have probably been dozens, if not hundreds of hours modeling a dog that would appear in one cutscene for a few seconds, they decided to take a stock photo of a dog and paste it here. I don't know, maybe they took a picture of a dog. I can't tell you. But they didn't even bother trying to animate it. It's a JPEG. Well, that's not exactly fair. It's 2 JPEGs. But like, if you didn't model the dog, why couldn't you just, leave it out? Why does it need to be there? And finally, at number 1, the insane billboard in California Speed. I never thought we'd get a crossover between a list like this and Creepypasta, but here we are. And this relatively forgotten in 1998 Nintendo 64 racer called California Speed. And I say relatively forgotten because this is a game that I think about from time to time. Still in my mind. There's this random billboard in the Mojave Desert that contains this weird message. Sometimes God takes mommies and puppies away, and sometimes, just sometimes, I do. It's not an Easter egg or some kind of secret. It's just right there. This whole message got a lot of traction on the Creepy Gaming subreddit. Enough that the website Pop Optic actually interviewed a texture artist from the game who offered an explanation for this bizarre text. It's about as mundane as you'd expect. There's just placeholder text they left in the game by mistake, which, yeah, okay. That explains it, but what the hell, dude? Who wrote that? Like, placeholder text, yeah. Who wrote it, though? And why? I guess game designers have a strange sense of humor, like, that's true. Clearly, the game was under serious crunch to get the game finished, and working those kinds of long hours can mess with people's brains. Still, knowing all that, this is a weird message to be sitting on some random billboard in a game nobody remembers. I guess if they made that placeholder text to get attention, it worked in a roundabout sort of way, just maybe not in the way they had intended. And that's all for today. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week. Best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription, so click subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications, and as always, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at Falcon the Hero. We'll see you next time right here on gameranx.